Welcome to the AI Research Roundup. I'm Alex. Today we're looking at a paper trending on X, published on August 1st, 2025, just about 3 days ago. It finds that even in unscripted spoken language, there's been a significant increase in words commonly associated with LLMs since 2022. The paper is titled Model Misalignment and Language Change, Traces of AI-Associated Language in Unscripted Spoken English, and the implications for how we think about language change are pretty significant. To investigate this, the researchers analyzed over 22 million words from science and technology podcasts, comparing our speech patterns before and after the release of ChatGPT. And as you'd expect, the study is getting attention. One post on X summarizes the key finding, that people may be unconsciously influenced by AI's word choices, changing how they talk. It's already picked up over 145 likes. Alright, to set the stage for their main analysis, the authors first show this chart. It tracks the frequency of specific words in PubMed abstracts, which is a massive database of scientific writing. They're looking at lemma frequency, which just means they're counting the root form of a word, so delve would include delved and delving. Now, you can see that for decades, the use of words like underscore, surpass, and intricate was pretty stable. But then, right after 2022, their usage just skyrockets. This visualizes the known trend in written text that motivated the entire study. So, moving from written text to their core analysis of spoken language, this table gets right to the heart of it. It shows the 20 target words they tracked in the podcast data, with tags like verb or ADJ to be precise about the word's function. The table compares the frequency, measured in OPM, or occurrences per million words, from before 2022 to after. The results are fascinating. Words like surpass and boast jumped over 140%. Others like align and significant also saw a statistically significant rise, which is what that true in the last column means. But interestingly, some words like crucial and realm actually dropped significantly. This table then details the specific podcasts they analyzed to get these results. You can see some familiar names here, like The Ezra Klein Show and Machine Learning Street Talk. They carefully balanced the dataset, using the same number of episodes from before and after 2022 for each show. The last column lists the number of tokens, which are basically the words and word pieces they processed. And you can see the scale is massive, often in the millions for a single podcast. This transparency really highlights the breadth of the spoken language data they collected for the analysis. Alright, so building on that data, this next figure visualizes the core finding really clearly. We're looking at two charts. On the left, we see the change for those 20 AI-associated words, and on the right, the change for the 87 baseline synonyms. The height of each bar shows the log ratio, which is just a statistical way to measure the proportional change in frequency. So positive values mean an increase, negative means a decrease. You can see a clear trend on the left. Most bars are blue, showing a definite increase in usage. But for the baseline words on the right, the changes are all over the place, with no real direction. This visual contrast is powerful. It really drives home that the shift in AI-associated words is a specific, significant trend, not just random language drift. Now this next table provides the specific numbers for those baseline synonyms we just saw on the right side of that chart. We can see a long list of words, like irreplaceable and territory. The table shows the percentage change, the frequency before and after 2022, and a statistical value, the p-value, in the last column. A p-value of less than 0.05, marked as true, means the change is very unlikely to be random chance. As you can see, while some words changed, most of the changes aren't statistically significant. This lack of a clear pattern strongly supports the idea that the shift in AI-associated words is a unique effect. And this final table drills down even further, showing us just the baseline words that actually decreased in use. We see a whole list of words here, like crucial, valuable, and field, all dropping by a statistically significant amount. And look at the word convolution. It dropped by nearly 80%. But again, the key takeaway here isn't about any single word's change. It's that these changes, both the ups and downs in the baseline group, are scattered. They don't show that same kind of unified directional shift that the AI-associated words do. So, putting all this evidence together, the conclusion is compelling. The study shows that human word choices, even in unscripted speech, are starting to mirror the language of AI. This points to a seep-in effect, where we subconsciously adopt these patterns through exposure. It really underscores the importance of model alignment. which is ensuring AI behavior matches human values, especially if that AI is starting to shape how we communicate. That's it for this episode of the